ZMB, all zombie radio.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Evidence Board, where we talk about the show High Potential on ABC. What channel is it on? It's not on ABC. I should probably know. Kira's here, although as of literally 30 seconds ago, I thought she wasn't going to be because she told me that she got a tooth removed today. So I assumed she wasn't going to be here, but she's here. So we'll move along quickly, so she's not here for very long. 'Cause she should be resting instead. Hello, Marcus. Thank you for being here. What is happening with my hair? Why do I look like a Lilu or whatever from freaking Fifth Element with this like straight ass hair? Anyway, we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the episode entitled NPC of High Potential. It's episode 11, 10. Oh my god, I'm not ready. It was 11. It was 11.
See,
What'd you say?
I said this entire episode wasn't it.
Girl, I have so many things to say. About this episode. Okay. All right, let me just start. Okay, before we even get into anything, okay? Before we get into the ratings or anything else. Okay. How old was that dude supposed to be? Come on, my man looking like he's 40 over here trying to play a minor child.
That last scene.
You must be joking.
The final scene when he walked in again. I was over it.
The wig. Baby, the wig. I can't. Okay. I can't. One, the wig work, not great. We have better wigs. It's 2026. Okay. Two, I have really liked this show so far. This was one of the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my life. Like I was like, all right, we've jumped the shark and we're only in season 2. So like maybe reel it in. My main beef though, the whole episode, they keep saying he's only a kid. He's going to be charged as a minor. And the whole time I'm like, how old is this dude supposed to be? The dad's like, he doesn't go to school anymore. I'm like, how old are you? Why do you look 40 and somehow also 13 at the same time? But you are not a minor.
He was in my graduating class.
Girl. And also, why was your quote unquote brother suspicious from the get? How are you going to look up from someone at a sink like that? Like, we know you did it. From that second, I'm like, oh, he did it. Wild. This, I can't. This episode had me like, what is happening? What a nothing episode. What an absolute nothing episode. Where is the rest of the plot? I don't care about any of this.
I couldn't even bring myself to care about Karadec's girlfriend.
Yeah, well, it was kind of like it's like we haven't touched that since season 1. We haven't talked about that since season 1. When you guys were doing some sort of weird like will they won't they with Karadec and Morgan, which nobody wanted. I mean, there's probably people out there that want it, but I don't want it. You know me, I'm not a big shipper to begin with on a lot of like traditional ships, but that one I was like, people could just be friends. Like that's always my thing. When like people are shipping people, I'm like, people can just be friends, right? Like you don't have to ship everybody.
I don't ship them, but I do think that they've tried to show us that Karadec feels something deep down inside.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, they're not,
I
like,
don't want it.
I don't know if they're trying to like pull off some weird opposites attract thing, but no.
No thanks.
Just no.
So for that reason, I was like, great, yeah, sure, Lucia, sure, fine,
Right.
fine by me. Go ahead, make it work. I don't care. Because I literally have no buy-in, Karadec, on your personal life. Because you're like the straight-laced one, so we don't get any of this normally. So it was kind of weird to like cram it into a season that's already full of a lot of other stuff. It's like this could be like a season 3 thing if you wanted. You could like wait on this.
Just didn't care. Just didn't care.
So this whole episode I was like, was this meant to be here or what? This could have been a throwaway episode from season 1.
Yeah.
The way that this played out, like nothing happened main plot wise with this episode. So like this could have been an episode from season 1. It could be an episode from season 3. Like nothing is happening.
What it definitely should not have done is followed last week's episode.
No. No, I get it. They're trying to like pump the brakes a little because maybe they like gave us too much. You know, like they try to give you like that palate cleanser episode or whatever. This wasn't it.
This was different.
It was weird. It was convoluted. Bruh, you've been having your photos photoshopped since your boy was a child?
I
I'm sorry. He's supposed to be 17?
I said, maybe I shouldn't have watched it while my head felt like someone was hammering me, and the medicine that I took to try to make that feel better made me feel like I was gonna vomit for hours and still does. And
Mm,
maybe I was like, maybe I shouldn't have watched the episode like that. But no, you're letting me know.
it's not just you. It's not just you. It was weird. It was weird. And what was weird about it is that it started off really strong. So I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to be good. Like the first 15 minutes are like pretty strong. Cold open's great. The cold open is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I just feel like I don't know, like somehow it felt long and too short at the same time.
Yeah, and now that you talked about the beginning, I remember how pissed off I got because I felt like the rest of the show just didn't match the beginning.
It didn't. It didn't. This was very weird. This was like very weird. It was a very weird motivator. I'm not saying that people don't murder without weird motivators because they do, obviously. I lived in Wisconsin at the time of the Slender Man thing. Okay. Like I know people do weird stuff for like absolutely no reason. Doesn't make any sense to me. This one was kind of a hard sell. It was like I didn't like the red herring of like the girlfriend, the like maybe girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. And then to top it all off, okay, so the episode's not a super strong one to begin with. Don't you play in my face with an animated funeral. Come on now. Do not these are not teens. these are fully grown adults. Also, okay, here's something else that doesn't make sense. You're saying Rio played as a like esports player. Okay, fine. How? If he's a minor. How? His father would have had to have signed off on that. And how do you have enough time to be an esports player and also play the part of you and your dead brother? Ain't none of this make any sense.
You know, they maybe took one look at him and said, well, he looks like he's 45.
He looks 45. We're gonna cast him for the role of a 17-year-old. Like, I feel really bad. Dude, if you're in your like your 20s, I'm so sorry, but you do look too old for this role. You
Isn't
don't
that
look
like
17.
isn't that like a thing with that generation? Like the the 20-year-olds look 40 or something like that.
Oh, well, yeah. They said, you know what? I don't even think that that's real. It's just that they were coming after millennials. And so millennials got heated and were like, you look old.
Oh.
um, they're like, it's cringy that you guys pause when you start stuff. It's cringy that you, I mean, and it is cringy when you guys say things like cool beans. Okay. You do make me want to set myself on fire. I don't enjoy it. Please stop saying it. Okay. Like, I'm a millennial. Don't say cool beans. It wasn't cool when we said it in the 90s. It's not cool now.
So wait, I never got the millennial pause thing. Do I do it?
I think we all do. We're all like unsure if our connection has succeeded immediately.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
To be fair, we were raised on dial up. Like, we had time to process.
Mhm.
So, you know, so they said we hate the millennial pause. Millennials went, well, you stare and you look old.
Like stare like weirdos. I'm sorry. I do.
To be fair, none of us are perfect. So who cares, really? Who cares? Anyway, this was episode 11 of season 2, entitled NPC, which is very appropriate for this episode. It was, let's see who we can thank for this writing. Who can we thank for this beautiful cinematic masterpiece? Eric I. Liu. So I'm sorry, Eric. It could have gone better. It was directed by Anu Valia, and it aired earlier this week on January 27th. Unfortunately, the ratings on this one were through the roof. Couldn't have caught the week before, I guess.
What the?
6.05. The highest of the entire show, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna go with like they were so excited about last week's episode.
I'm hoping so, because I don't have the ratings from those 3 episodes that were missing. It was like 10, 9, and 8 or whatever.
Mhm.
But as of right now, that is, I think, I'm double checking. I think that's the highest rating that this series has gotten so far.
Oh
And
my!
I'm so disappointed that it was on that episode.
What is happening?
Now, to be fair, the episode before this was really stellar, so throwing this one at us kind of maybe is maybe viewing it in a harsher lens than I would normally. But that guy didn't look 17, and that was really bothersome. The playing both the brothers, it's super weird.
Look, I was gonna agree with you, and then my mind quickly said, "No, it was stupid."
Yeah, where you're like, maybe no, it was
No.
dumb. I actually take it back. I'm not even sorry. It wasn't good. Okay, it could have been a lot better. I don't know. This one was just, it was, and like I said, it started off really strong. Once we started to get to the weird twin stuff, it was like, I was like, I don't even want to watch this episode anymore. Okay.
I felt like they had just introduced Jamie.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Yeah. So Jamie, or Famey as we called him, because that would have been way better writing, as if he had been a fake Jamie, was from our coverage of Found. And we didn't like him, and they introduced him, and they were like, this is this kid that's been missing for years. And we were like, no, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. And it would have been better had they written it that way, but they didn't. They buckled down and said, no, it is him.
I think we even said, no, it's not, and it better not be.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to look for, I am curious. What did Jenny Richardson have to say about this? Because Jenny's been kind of bootlicking this series. You know what I mean? Like, she's in for it. To be fair, so have we. So,
Yeah.
sometimes more than Jenny. But I am curious as to what she said. She wrote this article. This was published 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 27th, entitled High Potential Season 2, Episode 11 Recap. Karadec's ex-fiancée returns as a love triangle arise.
What?
1, not great grammar, Jenny. It would be a love triangle arises. And 2, shut your mouth. Shut it. We love you. Stop. Don't do that. Don't, nobody wants it.
Let's not. Yeah, let's just
We don't want it.
pump those
We
brakes.
don't want it. She was looking off into the distance sad because she was sad about the twin thing. I don't know why, but she was. Okay? Had nothing to do with Karadec. Don't tell me. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Okay? Don't do that. Nobody wants it.
I cannot name one moment where I've thought, oh, maybe she has feelings for never, not one time.
I mean,
Never.
like, so here's the thing, and maybe this is just like, I don't know, maybe this makes me like a bogus person or whatever, but like that relationship, the way that they are with each other is very much how I would play like a like opposite gender role, like with a coworker. Like you're gonna have it's honestly it's just kind of the way I am. Like you're gonna flirt like a little bit no matter who you're talking to. You know, if you've got kind of that personality. That's Morgan's personality. She's kind of flirty. She's kind of that way with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see this like this to me is like, no, she's treating him like she does everybody else.
And honestly, like, even that, I think there was only one moment where I was like, oh, maybe he feels something. It also could have been me um, kind of zeroing in on his newfound respect for her because he didn't respect anything about her when
No,
they first
no,
met.
no, not at all. So yeah, I'm with you. Like, I thought that this was progressing as a professional relationship
Mm-hmm.
and that, yeah, there's like a bit of a flirty nature to the way that Morgan interacts with other people, but not that, like, it doesn't seem reciprocated.
Right.
Now, Karadec isn't the type to be fair, but like, okay, let's go back to basics. All right. If he wanted to, he would.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. Anyway. All right. Last week's episode of High Potential was an intense and high stakes installment that saw Morgan get fired for failing to properly focus on her detective training class. This didn't last long, though, because Selena, wow, I misread that,
Mhm.
got her back by blackmailing the head of Eternal Affairs. Ooh. I was excited to see the fallout of this decision and Morgan's firing, and we likely will in the future, but High Potential's latest episode doesn't even mention these events. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. We're on the same page.
Mhm.
Season 2 episode, she wrote episode 1, but it's episode 11. NPC is primarily focused on the case at hand. The murder of a former professional gamer named Declan Harker. Episode subplot sees Karadec reconnecting with his ex-fiancée Lucia after bumping into her before work that morning. The subplot is a compelling one that sadly doesn't get enough focus this episode. I will give you that. It did not get any focus. For being a subplot, it was nothing. It was
Yeah.
one line.
Yeah.
As the majority of NPC is dedicated to the case. The episode opens with Declan running down the street, being chased by a monster that nobody else can see before running out in front of a car and getting killed. Reminded me very much of episode 1 of Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so. When Morgan and Karadec later investigate the case, Morgan realizes that Declan was poisoned. His home has a broken glass wall. It's a sliding glass door, but okay. And his computer is missing. Declan's ex-girlfriend, was it Aditi? Aditi. Yeah. Aditi? I don't know. We only heard her name once. Shows up looking for him and tells Morgan and Karadec that he called her that morning to say that he kept killing someone over and over again who has now come to kill him. They realize he's talking about his character in the game Battle Dynasty, which Declan was really good at until he suddenly quit gaming a year ago. They track It's not that he's good at it. He was an esports player. They tracked Declan's laptop to a game developer who reveals that he'd been trying to help Declan quit his gaming addiction. Declan quit for a year, but a month ago he suddenly started playing again. This is where the case gets really interesting. Declan had $100,000 in crypto, and he had been intentionally and consistently killing the same player in Battle Dynasty over and over again. This player had, in turn, threatened to kill him in real life with pufferfish poison that they could get from their dad. This brings the major crimes team to a local sushi chef who serves pufferfish and whose teenage twin sons, Jin and Rio, are the most likely suspects. Jin works at the restaurant and does well in school, while Rio has only ever cared about video games. And as a result, their father has been tough on Rio and he's been made to feel like he doesn't belong. Daphne and Oz find Rio and bring him in, and he seems like the killer at first. His father had been worried that Rio was addicted to the game, so he hired Declan to keep killing him. What a wild thing to do to your son, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What a wild thing to do. And also, like, how would you do that? I'm sorry. Did we forget, like that man? Okay. Well, I don't know, because how old is he supposed to be? His son is 17. Is he my age? I don't know. Like, who knows? Actually, never mind. I walk it back because I have no idea. I was like, he's too old to know how to do that. And he's too old to be handling crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not. I assumed he was older than me, but you know what? Maybe not, though. Thus taking Rio's only safe place away from him. The DNA test for some blood found at Declan's house is only a 90% match. So the major crimes team comes to the conclusion that Jin killed Declan to protect Rio. Jin goes to a local reservoir to end his life before being arrested, and Major Crimes doesn't get there in time to catch him. But then things take a shocking turn. After talking to Rio, Morgan cleverly realizes that Jin never actually existed. That's the stupidest twist. What was initially twins was absorbed into one fetus who was born as Rio in a rare case of what is called chimerism. Chimerism.
Mm-hmm.
Chimeras. Sorry. Wow. Rio has the DNA of both twins, which is why his blood wasn't a full match for the sample he left behind. Is there scientific? Is that like? Is that real? Could you swab and
So,
it would be different in the blood?
um, yes, but it wouldn't be 90. It would be more in the 70 to 80 range.
Interesting. Okay.
Um, there was a case, me and my true crime. Um, it was like this lady was arrested for killing, I want to say her kid. It was
Mm,
something crazy like that. And the DNA, like she, swore like the DNA wasn't going to match, but,
okay.
or something about the DNA shouldn't have matched, but it kept. Oh, no, 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 no. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
It wasn't, she didn't kill anyone. She got arrested for kidnapping.
Okay.
I don't know who accused her of kidnapping,
Okay.
but they came and they said, okay, well, if you didn't kidnap this kid, then let us DNA test.
Mm-hmm.
And they DNA tested, and it wasn't her kid. So she got arrested. So they went and found the kid's father, and he was like, that's our kid. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, we DNA tested. DNA doesn't lie. This, and that, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know how they figured out to do this, but someone said, take a hair from her leg
Her
and
leg.
just
Okay.
just check it. Take one from her leg, take one from her arm, just check it and see what happens. And the one from her leg came up as a match to her kid's DNA.
Weird. So the
Yeah.
kid. So she absorbed her twin in the womb.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It's interesting. Okay, Rio has the DNA of both twins, which is why his blood wasn't a full match for the sample he left behind. The chef, meanwhile, had Rio pretending to be twins. I don't know why, seemingly even before this case, and even made a fake photo album of the two of them, which is so weird.
Yeah.
As the mother, how could you leave knowing that your ex-husband was doing this to your child?
It was just so stupid.
I It's a bizarre and shocking twist, if you say so, as it is revealed that Rio was the one who had killed Declan all along. Rio and his father both apologized to each other after Rio was taken to the station, and then Aditi throws a funeral for Declan in the game. Last season, it was revealed that Karadec was previously engaged to his ex, Lucia. They had broken up because he always prioritized his job over her, but he still kept a piece of art that she'd made for him in his apartment. It's that blue rose little drawing painting thing. At the start of NPC, Karadec runs into Lucia before work, and the sparks are clearly still there, if you say so. Karadec even lets himself be barely late to work this once in order to catch up with her. Morgan and Selena are both excited to hear that Lucia is back, and they try to convince him to try things again with her. Selena points out that his workload is lighter now that he's working with Morgan, and she suggests that both Karadec and Lucia are different people now. Karadec's conflict here seems to be twofold. He's worried about making the same mistake with Lucia twice, and he has all of these complex feelings for Morgan.
What the?
I don't agree with you that
At
he
all.
hasn't properly worked through yet. I would have liked to have seen more of this internal struggle play out on screen, but we never actually get to see the moment where Karadec makes the decision to rekindle things with Lucia. Instead, after pushing back every time Morgan and Selena bring this up, he ends the episode leaving for a date with Lucia, and this didn't make much sense without seeing his on screen thought process. That's fair. Yeah, even if I don't agree with the Morgan thing, that is fair because he did say no. And then all of a sudden he was like, yeah, now I am going.
I kind of felt like that was obvious that that was going to happen.
I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but
Yeah.
especially because Karadec has been more intentional and communicative with Morgan these last few episodes. So much so that it seemed like he might be aware of his feelings. Barf. Interestingly, though, the episode ends with Morgan meeting Lucia and acting very happy about this new development. Duh, because they're friends.
Yes.
After Karadec and Lucia leave, though, Morgan's face falls, spelling some exciting angst and pining for this dynamic going forward. I'm a hard pass.
I felt like her face was just like she really hopes things go
Well,
well this time around.
that's what I said. Like, I felt like she was more like pensive than anything
Yeah.
else, like thoughtful. Like, I thought maybe she was saying, with her face, like maybe this was, I hope this goes well. I hope he can
Hmm.
work it out this time. I hope he doesn't prioritize work, because she doesn't prioritize work over other stuff. I mean, if her brain is like stuck in a loop, then she can, but like
Right.
she does prioritize her life.
I mean, I was even thinking that she's going, now it's happening. I hope I didn't like push him into something he wasn't quite ready for yet.
Mhm.
Anything. Not, oh my God.
He's
Uh,
going on a date and it's
he's good.
not with me.
No, please.
Yeah, it's not what I thought either. Well, plus cuz in even when she's looking pensive like that, do you know what really popped in my head? I wonder if she's thinking about Roman.
Mm,
That's what popped into my head because all I could think was she lost the love of her life
yeah.
and never got closure. So that's kind of what I felt like that was about, was like that pining over over not knowing, over never knowing.
I'm sorry. There was a true crime case, but it wasn't from the point of view of I'm so sorry. My brain is
It's
a
okay.
bit of a fog. From the investigators, it was like from the point of view of the perpetrator. And
Okay.
he knew, you know, maybe he looked at medical records or maybe his parents told him, but he knew about the twin thing.
Oh, okay.
And he knew to commit crimes and not really care about, I want to say it was one of his arms.
Hmm.
Like if it got cut, if anything, it didn't matter because it was a completely different DNA than if the cops came and said, "We need a DNA sample," and they swab. He
Mm,
knew that that swab would never match what
that's
they
great.
found at the yeah.
That is crazy. Oh, okay. I never realized this. She puts pros and cons at the bottoms of her article. I never realized this.
Oh.
So here are the pros. Pros: the episode's case is well written. I don't think so, but okay. With one especially shocking twist. I mean,
Mm,
shocking, but like not
shot.
in a good way.
Right.
Um, Other pro: the episode sets up an exciting potential love triangle between Karadec, Morgan, and Lucia. Girl,
Um,
you and I are not on the same page this week, Jenny. Con: the episode does not give enough focus to Karadec's storyline and his big choices made off screen. Mm, I think that the reason I didn't love this episode is because those other subplots just weren't there.
yeah, definitely.
So I agree. There was not
Yeah.
enough time. There wasn't enough time for anything. Everything was pumped into this wildly complicated case. That then, like, I'm all for like Morgan being able to solve stuff quickly. That's fine. But this was so specifically weird. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are the odds that she would be able to solve it like that? I mean, she saw one thing and it solved everything. She usually takes like a little bit longer to work through it. I don't know. This was kind of because we even see her get input from like her children and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and
Especially
we did get a scene with Elliot, but what is going on with her daughter? We haven't seen her in a while. When we did, it was like for a second she was on screen to complain about the babysitting.
at certain moments, I think that they're falling under the we have too many characters and don't know what to
Mm,
do with them all thing.
sure.
And then they're dragging the Arthur thing out so long that they really don't have anything to do with her.
Yeah.
That was her thing, storyline as well. It was probably
Yeah.
gonna bring her on screen more, which is something else I expected and am disappointed in because where the hell is she?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, and that was the driving force between the entirety of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like lost the plot a little bit. Well, next week's episode, episode 12, is set to debut on the 3rd, so it should be on Tuesday. It's entitled The Faust and the Furious. It's written by Katie McHelney. Okay. All right. So when you say that something is Faustian, because I want to like explain probably what this will mean for us next week. Um, Okay, so a Faustian like agreement, which is typically what we're talking about, is a pact. It's like a pact that you make, where you sacrifice your moral values or your soul or long-term well-being, whatever it may be, for immediate gains. So think like the Crossroads Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Crossroads Demon is Faustian deal. You sell your soul to the devil for 10 years of success. It's not forward thinking. It's very like in the moment and kind of this concept of like, well, the consequences will never come to collect,
Mm-hmm.
which is not true.
Right.
It always does. So that's what so obviously the Faust and the Furious, it's maybe going to have to do with cars. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to roll this all together, but kind of interesting. Um I don't know. I hope we're back. I hope we're back in action this next week.
Yeah. This episode was
Wasn't great. Wasn't great. I would say of this season, this is my least favorite so far.
mm-hmm.
Now, we're 11 episodes in, and there has not been a single episode that I've been like, this is trash. This one is the closest I'm going to get to saying that.
Yeah.
Um, you play to my face with a game funeral. I cannot. with you. What was that? You only had that actress for 1 hour. You couldn't bring her back. You couldn't bring her back for that to be more serious? That was so unserious.
I don't know. I feel like they said, "Oh, let's try something," and hopefully well, I don't know. The numbers might not show them that it didn't work.
No, the numbers say the opposite. The numbers
Yeah.
say this was the best episode of the entire series. It's not. I'm here to
No.
firmly disagree with that. The ratings are crazy. I'm shocked that they're super high. I'm hopeful that it's because of the lead up of this season and
Mhm.
not like that this episode was not good. And so I hope it'd be interesting to see the ratings after this. Do they
Right.
stay high or do they plummet? Because everyone's like, wow, what was that?
What the hell was that?
So we'll see. We do love this show and we talk it up every chance we get. This week just wasn't for me.
I think our expectations are very high, and we're
Uh,
like, absolutely not.
the writing is better than this for the show.
Yeah.
I think you had too lofty of a goal. And so then it kind of threw everything off. I think like in concept, I could see like being in a writer's room and being like, this is such a cool idea.
Mhm.
And then it just flatlined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just did not. The execution was not good for this. If it's that complicated, maybe just make it a two-parter.
Yeah. Maybe that would have worked somehow.
Well, you would have had more space for subplot. You could have furthered some of the other stuff. But like I said, this doesn't even feel like it's from this season. Like the only thing that makes it feel like it's happening now is the thing with Lucia. And honestly, it could have been at the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
This could go anywhere. Like it doesn't feel nothing about it is tying it to this time.
And not
So
mentioning any of the other stuff makes it even more like it could have been any time.
exactly, because they don't mention like Morgan was literally just fired, like nothing. Nothing.
What? I mean, it's crazy, but I feel like, you know how sometimes a show, I guess, maybe isn't sure how many episodes they're gonna get.
Yes, we've seen this before where like
Mm,
the episodes have played like out of order for some
mhm.
reason, or eh, this show is way too popular to be playing things out of order.
Right.
It is at this point. However, you just never know what the network is doing. So I'm not going to blame it all on the writers or anything, but it does kind of feel off. Like what is happening?
I feel like it got, removed from somewhere, and then they needed episodes for this season, and they just
Yeah.
kind of put it
And they
back.
were like, well, let me shove in this subplot
Right.
for 2 seconds so that we can air this later than we were originally planning. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna hope for better stuff next week. I think we could wrap this up here because there's not a whole lot else to say. I've aired my complaints. Kira has she needs to just not be talking right now. She should go lay down. Um, so we will wrap it up here. I do have some news. I don't know. I know I've been like, look, my induction is scheduled for this second. I'm supposed to be having a baby at the time. I hope to make it another month worth of episodes. And while I do, my doctors are not sure that I will. So I just want to throw that out there. Again, if I just disappear, I'm so sorry. I will try at some point to update the community post on YouTube so that you guys know. But if I just disappear and there are no shows, that's why. So just giving you a heads up in case it happens earlier. All right. Um, thank you, Marcus, for being here. Thank you, whoever else is here for being here. Richie. Thanks, Richie. Uh, thank you for being here. If you watch after the fact, please leave us a comment. Did you like this episode? Are we wrong? Are we wrong? Are we being too harsh? Is Takira high on medication that she had from her teeth removal and I'm just being a bee because I'm in a bad mood? Like you tell me, okay? You tell me. Um, and we will see you next time. Same place, same time, God willing, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday to talk about episode 12, The Faust and the Furious. We love you. You're all
Love you
perfect,
guys.
sweet angel babies.